Hi guys, this is Manoj here and welcome to my channel Tech for Life HD. In this video I'm gonna show you how to make a simple robocar. So to make this robocar, you don't need to be a professional or an electronics engineer. If you know the basics about soldering and by following my instructions, you can easily do it. So let's start. The components which are required to make this robocar are, first thing is a chassis. So anything can be used as a chassis which is capable of holding the DC motors. My chassis is having 4 holes to hold these 4 DC motors. And here comes the robot tires. So the tires which I am using here are having an adjustable screw and 4 DC motors. Any RPM DC motors can be used, but I am using here 300 RPM DC gate motors and two 9-volt batteries and this DPDT switch connections and this wire. So here already 2 DPDT switches are inserted into this box and already I have done the soldering part here. But don't worry, I'll explain clearly later. And finally the Unix wire connector. In order to connect the motor to the chassis, first we have to take the screw out of the motor and we have to insert this motor inside this hole like this. And after doing it, just tighten the screw from this side. And follow the same steps to connect all the remaining 3 DC motors to the 3 holes here. So in order to connect these tires to the motors, first we have to, we can see that there is a small hole in this motor shaft right here. We have to insert the tire inside the shaft and we have to tighten this screw here. This is a really very simple one and everyone can do it. That's it. Then follow the same procedure to connect the remaining 3 tires to the 3 DC motors. So in order to connect the motors to the battery, first we have to take these wires outside through the holes I am having here in this chassis. So like this, take all the wires out. So these are the motor wires. These 2 wires belong to this motor and these 2 wires belong to this motor. And these are from this and these 2 are from this motor. Now we are having 2 DPDT switches here and 4 DC motors. So we have to connect the motors in such a way that when we press the left side switch in forward direction, the left side DC motors, these 2 DC motors should go in forward direction. And when we press it in backward direction, these 2 have to move in backward direction. Similarly with the right switch, when we press it in forward, these 2 motors has to go in forward. When we press in backward, this has to come in backward direction. And make a note of that. And in order to make the motors to rotate in such directions, we have to connect the left side motors, the left 2 motors in series and the right 2 motors in series. And we can do it by simply connecting the left side 2 motor positive wires as one wire and the right side and the negative wire also. And that's it. Repeat this procedure for the right side motors also. Both positives and both negatives. And that's it, we're done it. Now we have to check the polarity of the motors. So the best way to check the polarity of the motors is by connecting with a battery. So when we connect this battery, all 4 motors should go in same direction when we connect it in positive to positive and negative to negative. You can see that these 2 motors are moving in forward direction. So the same thing should happen with the right side motors also. So when we connect the red wire to red wire and the black wire to black wire, you can see that these motors are moving in the backward direction. So we have to reverse the polarity here. We have to connect the red wire to the red wire, a black one, and the black one to the red one. And we can see that this is also moving in forward directions. In order to connect the 4 motor wires to the battery and to the DP/DT switches, we are using this wire connector. So now I am going to place this wire connector on my chassis with the help of a double-sided tape. And that's it, we have done with it. Now we are having 1, 2, these two combined, third one, and 4 wires. Now we are going to put these 4 wires into the 4 holes like which are here, and we can do it by using a screwdriver. And first we will keep this one. And we have to tighten this screw. And that's it. So make sure that it is not coming outside. So in the same way, connect the remaining wires in 3 remaining ports here. So now we have connected all the 4 DC motor wires and the 2 battery wires to this wire connector here. So let's have a look at it. In the first port we have connected the left side motors negative wires, and the second port the left side motors positive one, and in third port the right side motors positive one, and in fourth port the right side motors negative one. And here this first battery is positive negative and the second battery positive negative. So from this side, that means the output side, we have to connect this 10 standard ribbon wire cable. So as we all know, by the name itself, it is a 10 standard wire. It will have 10 different wires. We are going to use 8 of them because we have used only 8 ports in this wire connector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. So now we have to connect 8 wires to these 8 ports. Here we have successfully connected all these cables to this wire connector. So we have connected 8 cables to these 8 ports in this network. You can see here. You can also see the colors, different colors it has. And now the other side of this ribbon wire will go to the DP/DT switches. You can see one side we have connected to Unix wire connector, and the other side we have connected it to DP/DT switches. So it's time for understand the DP/DT switches and its soldering part. Here we are using 2 DP/DT switches. These 2 switches are already inserted into this DP/DT switch box, and already I have completed the soldering part here. So if you directly look at the soldering part, it might be a little bit confusing to understand. So now I will try to explain the soldering part using my notepad here. Okay, let us have a look at this. Here we are having 6 pins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let us imagine this box as the left switch which is having here. So it is also having 6 pins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here the right one, it is also having 6 pins, same as this right DP/DT switch here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So be clear about that. So let us imagine that these two are 2 DP/DT switches. So the soldering must be done in this way. Here the first pin goes to the 6th pin. I mean here the first pin, this one and this one, these 2 pins must be soldered, and this one and this one, I mean 1 and 6, 2 and 5, according to this diagram here. So 1 and 6 and 2 and 5, I mean in X shape, they must be cross coupled. So both the switches, the same 1 and 6 and 2 and 5, 1 6 2 5 is same for this right switch also, 1 6 and 2 5. And after completing this cross coupling, the fourth pin of this right side switch must be soldered with this fourth pin of the left side switch. You can see here this fourth pin is going to this fourth pin, and this one is going to this one. So after following these 4 steps, now it's time to connect the motor wires and the battery wires to these DPDT switches. So the left motor positive and negative wires should be soldered with 1 and 2 pins. So we can see here, these are the left motors, positive and negative. So to these wires we have connected our black and these brown color wires. So these 2 wires must be soldered to the 1 and 2 pins. We can see in this DPDT switch connection box. See, this is the black wire. This was soldered to the second pin, and the brown wire, you can see here, this is soldered to the first pin. So first 2 pins, black and brown wire. The same thing happened with the red and orange wires. You can see the right motors positive and negative to the right side switch, the first 2 pins, and the battery wires are green, yellow and green. So these 2 wires here, you can see the yellow one to the middle pin and the green one to the middle 2 pins, and this gray color and the white color, gray and white, has gone to these 2 pins. So from this one we can understand that left motor wires are connected to the first 2 pins, and the battery wires are connected to the middle 2 pins. So that is what we have seen here, and that's it. The connections part is completed. So this is it, guys. We have successfully completed the connections part, and now we are going to test it. Before testing it, we have to close this DPDT switch box using small screws. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down there, and feel free to comment me in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And that's it for now.